I actually look like an egg. I do have hair, it's at the back of my head, but do you know what? I thought today the hair's off the face, I've got a big t-shirt on, it's a cozy Sunday, and I thought that's why I'd film this video, because I was trying to think of a video that's kind of cozy, chatty, we can have a little cup of tea together, and I thought this one was perfect because I've seen so many questions recently, more than usual. I mean, I've always had like the odd nosy question. I don't mind you being nosy, I get it, but I've always had a couple of like questions about me, but I've got so many at the minute. I have been quite shocked at how many questions there have been, so I thought I would address all the questions that I've not answered or may have answered, but I'm going to go into more detail if that makes sense. Anyway, it is 2020. This is my first video of the year. What the hell? How is it 2020? That's so crazy. Even saying that we're in the year 2020, like, are we in the future? But I hope everyone had the best New Year's, and do you know what? This year is going to be good for all of us. We're going to manifest it. We're going to manifest that this is going to be the best year yet. So yeah, I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions. I did put a poll up on Instagram the other day. Not a poll, like a question thing, and I got loads of questions off you guys, but I've also seen some that I've not actually been asked. So my friend sent me this page. I didn't know I was on this because I remember reading it ages ago and I was like, what the hell is this? So I now have a guru gossip page. I actually feel relevant. I feel like if you've got this page then you're relevant. It's not, I'm not, but I feel like now I'm relevant, that people want to know who I'm dating, people want to know about my life. So thank you to all the haters because you've made me feel relevant. But no, honestly, that page is nasty. I was looking at it, I was like, these people are bitter, like, I'm just trying to be a good person, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna talk more about that in a minute. But yeah, I did see some questions on there, and I'm gonna answer this one first because I've got this so many times. Am I dating anyone? No. Like, you can look into that as much as you want to, but I promise you I'm not dating anyone. I'm a single little mingler and yeah, I plan to stay that way for a very long time. I did say this in a video recently, I think it wasn't the last one, maybe the one before. I do want to be single. Like, I'm actually really enjoying single life, which I thought that was something I was never going to say because I've always really enjoyed being in a relationship. I love being in a relationship, I love being cozy with a person, I love date nights, all that jazz, but at the minute, I like the woman I'm becoming, and a lot of people have said that I'm now becoming unhumble, which is fine if you think that. I don't think that. I just think I'm becoming more sure of myself. So I feel like while I'm on this self-love journey, I need to remain single until I'm ready to love someone. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not dating anyone or chatting to anyone like that. I do have a lot of guy friends, which is probably why people get it confused, but no. I like being on my own. I feel like I'm just happier. Honestly, I feel so different to the way I did last year, and not in a bad way. Like, I actually really like the person that I'm becoming. So that's not me being big-headed or being unhumble, but I feel like I'm a lot stronger, I'm a lot more sure of myself, and I watched my videos from last year. I have no idea who that girl is. Like, she was so lost, and now I just feel so much stronger. So I can't wait to eventually meet someone when I'm fully just in love with myself, if you know what I mean. I do want to do more videos about self-love and stuff because I get asked about it all the time, and everyone's always like, how have you got such bad bitch energy and this, that and the other. So I definitely will do a video on it because I'm so much happier, and I just want to remind you guys that you can have bad days. I have bad days all the time. Trust me, I definitely have days where I'm an insecure bitch. Did you have a secret boyfriend? So I kind of was seeing someone for quite a while, and I've seen a lot of people looking into who it might be. It really doesn't matter who it was, does it? But yeah, I was kind of seeing someone for a while, and that's all I will say. We're still friends, everything's all good, there's no hard feelings at all, but yeah, I was seeing someone, and I did say in a tweet that I wanted to keep my love life private from now on, and that's not because I don't trust any of you guys or whatever, but I've had that with Pat. Oh, sorry, I've got TikTok now. That was a TikTok notification. I had that with Pat. I had a very open relationship on the internet, and obviously when it all broke down, it was so hard doing like the breakup video. I still get asked questions about Patrick a year on. We broke up 2017 September, and in 2017, right, it wasn't 3 years ago, 2018 in September, and I still to this day get asked questions about him. Can you imagine how annoying that is? Like, I don't mind, I do get it, because when you're watching someone and you watch a couple, you want to kind of, you're invested in it, so I do get it. But can you imagine how annoying that is, still getting asked about your ex-boyfriend? But just for the record, I did get a lot of questions about Pat as well. Me and Pat are still just as close. He's actually got a new single out, so I'll leave that in the description box. Such a good song, and he said I was his muse for it, so don't make me cry, Pat. But yeah, he is just an incredible guy. I love Pat to bits. So yeah, we are still friends, and yeah, we're just not together. Another question I always get asked is, have you had lip filler? So I had lip filler about a year ago. I also get asked what procedures I get done on my face. So I've had lip filler about a year ago. I'm thinking about getting a little bit more in my top lip. I mean, they look quite big now, but that's just because I overdraw them quite a bit. But I'm thinking about having a little bit more just in my top lip, just to make it a little bit more like pouty. Not really for the size, to be honest, because I'm quite happy with the size of my natural lips. I feel like they just balance my face out, if that makes sense. But I also had filler in my chin, just because I did have a bum chin, and it's kind of coming back now, but the filler got rid of that. So I'll probably have that done again, because that made such a difference to my face. Like, not that there's anything wrong with bum chins or anything, but I was always kind of like face tuning it out on pictures and stuff. So when I had the filler, it just kind of, I was happy with it. So like I said, I'm like a big sister, so I'm going to take you through everything that I go through except my love life, because that's staying a little bit more on the private side. You'll know about my love life when I know, or I feel like it's a forever kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, I've had a lot of questions about having beef with any other YouTubers. I don't have beef with anyone. I feel like even if I did have beef with anyone, which I actually didn't, that is being left in 2019. That is too much stress on my brain. I feel like if you've got beef with anyone, or like a negative feeling about someone, that's going to eat away at you, and that's going to make you bitter. So I've always said, just let it go. Just, if you feel like you need to apologize, or even if you don't need to apologize but you apologize anyway because that gives you freedom, then honestly just do it. Because I've had situations where something has ate away at me so much, and I've been so kind of angry towards this person and whatever, and they're just getting along with life, and I'm thinking, how am I mad at you but destroying myself in the process, if that makes sense? Because, oh my god, who's playing the music that loud? Rude. But yeah, that's just going to eat away at you, and it's just going to make you bitter at the end of the day. And that's why I kind of felt really sorry for the people talking on like Guru Gossip and people who talk bad about influencers, because I just think that the things you say about me and the things you say about other girls that you've never met, can you imagine, you've never met these girls, like you only see what you see on Instagram or like YouTube or whatever, your bitterness is going to eat away at you, if anything. So I just think if you've got a kind heart, honestly, it shows on your face. I promise you. If you've got an ugly heart, I think it shows on your face, like genuinely. I think before you even put makeup on, before you even make yourself look physically good, you need to think about being good from the inside, because like I said, that is going to shine all the way through on your face. So philosophical mads. But no, on with the question. I definitely keep going off on tangents. I don't have beef with absolutely anyone on YouTube, in real life, absolutely no one. I have a lot of love for everyone, and there's just not a situation where I have beef with anyone. Nothing's happened, especially with like Han, nothing actually has happened. We're still friends. So no drama, no beef from this girl, and there never will be. And if someone's got beef with me, then that's their problem, not mine. I don't think anyone has, but I mean, if they have, not my problem. Okay, so this next segment is going to be a big segment because I had so many questions on this. So I'll just kind of ask all the questions and then talk through it. So a lot of people were asking, why I never celebrated Christmas. Some people were asking why I decided to celebrate Christmas this year. Some people were asking if my family celebrated Christmas and did they celebrate it this year. I've never celebrated Christmas before. This was, well, 2019 was my first Christmas ever and I loved it. It was so much fun. It was so magical. But yeah, so I was brought up a Jehovah's Witness. Not all my family are Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just me and my mum. So my mum brought me up a Jehovah's Witness, and that means that I didn't celebrate Christmas. So they don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate can I speak? They don't celebrate Christmas or birthdays, which means last year was my first ever birthday as well. It wasn't my first birthday, but it was the first time I'd actually celebrated my birthday. So yeah, where was I going with that? So yeah, I decided to celebrate Christmas this year because I'm not in the religion anymore, and I thought, why am I missing out on something if I'm not in it, if that makes sense? So I decided to leave. That was my choice. Not for any particular reason. Like I've always said, I'm never going to sit here and fully talk about religion or anything, because everyone has their own beliefs, and my mum still is in the religion, so I don't want to offend her or like offend anyone that I used to like have connections with in the religion. So yeah, I decided to leave just because it wasn't for me. That is basically the reason. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my journey. And I've started looking into like different things, like more spiritual things and things like that recently. So yeah, I decided to leave, and that's why I thought I wanted to celebrate Christmas this year, because the rest of my family celebrated. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking as well to talk a little about the religion, and like I said, it's just not really something I want to do. So I hope that's okay. If you want to go and do your own research on Jehovah's Witnesses, then I guess you can do that on Google and stuff, but like I said, the religion just wasn't for me. So yeah, and I know it's the right decision just because I'm a lot happier now. Like yeah, anyway. Moving on. What are your goals for 2020? So I don't really want to talk about goals too much, just because I don't know, I just want to silently work on them myself, if that makes sense, and then I can tell you at the end of 2020 what my goals were and if I achieved them. The one thing I will say is I just want to be happy. So whatever makes me happy, I'm going to go with it, and even if that means having to be a little bit more selfish, obviously if it doesn't hurt anyone, then I'm going to try and just be happy and put out content that will make you guys feel good, because obviously I'm going to have like my sad days, but in general, just do things that I'm just going to do things that make me happy, and I want to put a lot more content out there that I feel really good about putting out there, and I feel that I would watch and just feel happier after watching it. So that is the main goal for 2020, just being happy. Most people have been asking my go-to lashes, so I always mention this, but I wear Doll Beauty Samantha, and these have been my favourite for a couple of months now. So they're what I'm wearing at the Mo. Hi. And yeah, they're my faves. I think I mean, I've still got a lot of questions, but they were the most asked questions of 2019 anyway. So I'm going to end this video here because I feel like I've been talking for so long. But I just want to let you guys know I love you so much, and thank you for your ongoing support throughout 2019, 2018, 2017. You guys have been amazing, and you've really changed my life. So I love you all, and I hope that has answered some of your questions. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next vid. Mwah.